Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Knocking on 30. I've been contemplating about making this video because like when I think about it or start talking about it, like my thoughts just go everywhere, and it's something that's very, very personal to me. And after talking to some friends, I realized that it not only affects, I thought this topic really affected women, but at the same time it affects guys as well. And as much as I keep putting it off, I keep dreaming about it. Like, you need to discuss this. Like, this is something that, that I think about a lot, and it bothers me. So I know there's other people that it may bother as well. Daddy issues. I know who my father is. I grew up in a single household, but my father was around. But I'm my dad's only child. You would think I would be this daddy's girl, and I wanted that. Guys always, or people always make jokes about, girls with daddy issues, but I don't think people realize how important having a father in your life or having a father figure in your life is. And a lot of people have daddy issues, and it's not just girls, it's guys as well. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was like, I really want to do this video on daddy issues because I have daddy issues, and I've realized that me having those daddy issues have affected my life, especially when it comes to the men I date and the things I've been through with guys in my past. And I have so many friends that are guys that have children and have daughters, and I don't want them to make the mistake of not being in their child's life. So this video is to those men and those parents, young parents, or it's not even young parents, just to parents, and to those young women or men who are suffering from daddy issues. So and I had an okay relationship. We lived in the same city. Like, I would see my dad, like, I moved to Florida. My dad, I don't know if he was mad at my mom because we moved to Florida, but me, in my opinion, if my child moves to Florida, I would do anything that I could to make sure that, every summer that she's coming up here to see me. That's just my opinion. And at first, I used to go back. I would spend the summers with my grandmother. I would spend weekends with my dad or whatever. But now it's just like, the older you get, you start to see things for what they really are. And, my dad, I wouldn't lie. My dad would sometimes lie to me, and I would just forgive him because it's just like, you have to. That's your father, The Bible tells you to honor your mother and thy father. I would forgive. Like, just keep, wanting that relationship with my dad because that's something I wanted. Growing up, I went to predominantly white schools. Most of the schools I went to were predominantly white in my elementary years. And I would see people with children with their mothers and their fathers. Like, that's what I would always see, and that's something I always wanted. You ask me, Brianna, what do you want out of life? I want my family. I want my husband. I want my children. Like, I want my family, because it's something that I never honestly got to have, but I saw it, and it really does make a difference. So me seeing that growing up, and it was just like, dang, I wish I had that. Your father is supposed to show you how a man is supposed to treat you. If you don't have a father there to show you that, you go looking for love in all the wrong places. And me, I did that. I really feel like I was looking for love, the love that my father didn't give me. Me, honestly, I love my father. And I probably have aunts or cousins or whoever is watching this video, and they're probably like, I can't believe she's saying that. But I honestly don't feel like my dad loves me like I want him to love me. And I think that he just loves me because he has to. And we are told to honor thy mother and thy father. And it's like, I love my dad. I have to love him, but I love my dad. You can't expect people to love the way you would love, and I just expect my dad to love me the way that I love him. And that's where you go wrong sometimes, expecting things from people just because you would do them. And what it came down to it, I honestly feel like I was looking for love from a guy because I never really got that from my dad. And even getting older, I've expressed that to my dad. Like, all I really want is a relationship from you. I don't want to have to call you and say, oh, Dad, can you send me some money for this? No, I want to be able to call my dad and tell him about the same things I tell my mom about. Tell him about my accomplishments. Tell him about what I'm going through. Tell him about what I'm stressed, just because, you need that. Like, a woman, that is the most important relationship a woman can have with a man other than God. Like, your father teaches you so much. A man is supposed to walk his daughter down the aisle when she gets married. And me, I won't be having anybody walk me down the aisle when I get married. But it's just like, I don't think men realize how important being a father is. It's not always about spending money. It's also, it's really about that time you spend with your children. And even with guys, like talking to one of my guy friends when I told him I wanted to do this video, and he's saying, you know, Brianna, it's not just girls that goes through this, it's guys too. And it just made me think, like, he's right. There's so many men need to be taught how to be a man, and women need to be taught how they're supposed to be treated by a man. And if a father isn't there to do it, how do you expect them to know? And my father actually been there to say, Brianna, this is how a guy is supposed to treat you. This is what you should expect from a guy. Because looking at my father, if that's what I'm supposed to expect from a guy, then the guys are treating me better than my father, to be honest. I guess what I'm really trying to say is, if the one man who is supposed to love me doesn't love me, how can I expect for anyone else to? How? How can I expect for a guy that I'm dating to love me if my father doesn't even love me? It just makes you, it kind of makes you look at yourself like, what's wrong with me? So for anybody who's dealing with, you know, daddy issues, comment below. Tell me how you get over them. Because me, honestly, I had to just let go. I can't beg anybody for a relationship. So, sorry guys. I can't beg anybody for a relationship that they don't want. And I've realized that now. And I've just decided to honestly let go. I've tried. Like, and I think that's why I try so hard in relationships, because I still try to fight for the relationship I have with my father. And I get mad at myself for being like that sometimes. And then, though I cry sometimes because I don't have that relationship, I'm okay now. Like, because I know I tried. At the end of the day, I know that everything happens for a reason, and you reap what you sow. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it's just like, one day he's gonna want that relationship, and whom I can choose to be there, I can choose not to, but at the end of the day, I know that I gave it my all, and I know that I tried, and all I can do is be a better parent when that time comes. And the love that I didn't get from my father, make sure that my husband and I give it to our children. So if you're going through any situations, daddy issues, guys or girls, let me know, because this is something that I'm probably going to do another video about later, just updating, like, you know, my journey on it. So if you have dealt with those issues, you know, comment below, let me know how you get over them, because your comments may help me, but they may also help somebody else who's going through this situation, because it affects a lot of us, and it does. And sometimes people act out because of the situation, and I realize that it affects people younger than me. I'm about to be 26, and if it's affected me at 26 and it's affected me all these years, imagine the person that's 14 who it's affecting right now, and they have nobody to talk to about it. So I mean, if you've dealt with this, tell me how you've gotten over it, and if you're dealing with it, tell me how you're coping with it. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry for crying, you guys, but this is a very intimate subject, and it's very emotional for me to discuss, but I just wanted to get it out there, because after talking to friends and seeing how many of us it affected, I just really wanted to get this out. Thank you, and I hope you guys have a great day.